Okay, we're here talking about Sunday's message and Jesus being the gate. And one of the things we talked about, Dave, was how when Jesus gives us care, when He is caring for us and calming us down, we should always be mindful that He's a redeemer, that we're not just going to someone to help us calm down or to give us words to help us through. But He has a will, and when He's caring for us, He's going to make us okay, but He's going to do some redemption too. And I was wondering if you have an example in your life where not only did the Lord care for you and help you, but there was a redemptive touch there.
Yeah, I had left home around 17, so I moved from Connecticut to California when I was 17 after I finished high school. But I left with a particularly bad taste in my mouth about how I had lived as a Christian in high school. And like pretty bad, like not like maybe the drugs and alcohol version, but almost worse in the sense that I was really mean, like I was really cruel. As a joke, you know, I would just mercilessly just tease people or whatever. And it got to a point where, and I was one of the only Christians in my high school. And so it was this really double personality that I got to a point where I had a fellow student, this girl, I got called into this peer mediation thing, and she just said that I hurt her so bad it made her not like want to be alive. And it was just like, this is like I think it was my senior year. And I'm like thinking, oh, college, you know, I'm just thinking about me, you know. And there's this person off to the side who like had experienced my words and my presence in her life in the most destructive way imaginable. And I didn't even know that was like a thing. And I remember feeling just so ashamed, just so like you were supposed to be a witness and you weren't even neutral, you know, like you just had this horrible negative role in this person's life, you know, that you never took seriously. And so I always remember feeling like in junior high I got most talkative. In high school, I think I might have got it again. I just remember feeling like my words were like acid, like I had just hurt people, and that I wouldn't shut up, and that I was just like a smart aleck, that I was just a punk, you know. And I remember leaving to move out to California. I'm like, oh man, I need a like fresh start. But I didn't need a fresh start. I needed like redemption. I needed something that wasn't just new place, nobody knows me, I can try again, you know. And so those early years of the Lord meeting me out here, and His care for me out here, and ultimately bringing me to a place of like loving His Word and sharing His Word instead of my words, because my words were not very good words. I felt like over the years He has really deeply touched a place that for me was the darkest place. Felt like David saying like, don't take your spirit from me. You know, that's how dark it felt. Like I had betrayed the Lord. I was the only person in an area who knew Him, and I had given room for the enemies of God to blaspheme, you know. And it felt like that just stuck with me. And watching the Lord quiet me and watching Him slowly teach me things to say that weren't just me or from me or for me, but were from Him, that were for people's good, that were for Him and His work, has been a deep place of slow redemption that I'm still sort of like very aware of, like to just watching carefully how I speak and what I say. It's very personal, and yeah, he's definitely touched that place of not just blank slate, start over, but redeem my language for His work.
Well, that's awesome, Dave. Thanks for being vulnerable and sharing that. I know that's going to touch somebody's heart.